Jimmy and James were identical twins. They were so alike that even their mother had trouble telling them apart, at least in the early days after their birth. But they were very different from each other in everything except their looks. Jimmy had no friends, while James had many good friends. Jimmy loved sweets, but James loved spicy food and hated sweets at all. Jimmy was his mother's favorite, and James was his father's. While Jimmy was kind and selfless, James was greedy and very selfish. As Jimmy and James grew up, their father wanted to divide his wealth equally between them. However, James refused, and his parents said that whoever was the smarter and stronger of the two would get the bigger share. Jimmy agreed. Their father decided to hold a competition between the two. He told both sons to walk as far as they could and return home before sunset. The wealth would be divided according to the distance traveled. Their father told them, "But I have one condition. Neither of you will be given a watch to check the time." The next day, Jimmy and James went for a walk. It was a sunny day. Jimmy walked slowly and steadily, while James ran faster, determined to win the race and a larger share of his father's wealth. Jimmy knew it would be best to walk as far as he could by noon and leave for home in the afternoon, as the walk back home would take the same amount of time. Knowing this, Jimmy decided to return home in the afternoon to get home on time. However, driven by the desire to earn more wealth, James didn't try to return home until afternoon. He walked longer than Jimmy, hoping he would be able to return before sunset. When he saw the sun turning orange, he hurried back. Unfortunately, he couldn't even make it halfway home because the sun was setting. Slowly, darkness descended on his path, and he had to drag his tired feet back home. And when James arrived home, it was already late at night, even though Jimmy had arrived earlier. But despite it being so late, his parents and Jimmy hadn't slept. After he arrived home, his father said, "Let's see which one of you is the smartest." And then his father gave the greater part of the fortune to Jimmy and the lesser half to James,